A lot of people online ask me for dosages for medications. I try to explain to them that I cannot do that because a blanket statement like that can cause a lot of issues. And this video is going to go over something that I did and the reason why I don't do this. I got lazy, and I'm going to tell you right now that a lot of channels would not talk about this, but I think it's very important that everyone hears this message. And some people get frustrated when I won't tell them and even angry at me, and I try to let them know that it just is not a good idea, because if they kill those fish on the advice I give because I don't know the type of medications, not the medication, because it could be Levamisol, metronidazole, but every medication is different. And in this video, I'm going to explain to you why they are different and how I made this mistake. I want to explain that I am not perfect, 30 years in the hobby, and I still make bonehead mistakes. And this one really stings because I know better. And this is one of the reasons why I do not send stuff out to people until it's been tested for 6 months to a year. So in correct dosages, it can actually be a benefit, but overdosing this medication can be brutal on the fish. Now, this fish was already compromised slightly. It was just starting to show the discus, you know, the skinny little forehead. Now, I have 1,000 discus in my room. And here's another thing I'm going to tell you right now. Do not treat your entire tank, because if your fish's immune system is strong, they can usually resist. And what happens is when we dose the whole tank, the fish aren't sick. Basically what you're doing is you're causing a resistance to the drug. This is brutal, because this is why the downfall of metronidazole, because it was used for everything. You got places like API, they mix Prozi and metronidazole, and then people are treating for flukes, and they wonder why the flukes are getting more abundant and getting stronger, because the dosages aren't right. You treat Prozi for flukes, you treat metronidazole for protozoa. You do not treat them both at the same time, because that medication being cut like that, and I think it's about 1/4 Prozi and 3/4 metronidazole, and then half salt. So it's just total garbage, and that is the reason why we're having so many issues with our medications. People are dosing entire tanks with fish that aren't sick because one fish is sick, and they're thinking, oh, well, if that fish is sick, they're probably all going to get sick. That's not how it works. If a fish's immune system is strong, it will resist disease. Now, wild fish, different. That's where deworming is a must before they go into a population, but that's a whole different video. So I got this new Levamisol in. I was really, in a rush. I was going to work. I had another 10-hour day, and I wanted to get this fish, healthy. Now, the thing with this is there's 3 other discus in that tank. Now, these fish weren't sick, but they were deformed, I guess, chipped fins, so they're not sellable. So I put them in there because I want to do a broad test. The fish that were strong, that had the good immune system, they did fine through this treatment. But what I found out afterwards, because I came in the morning, and there'll be videos of the fish sitting at the top. He's breathing pretty normal, but he just has that dazed look, and I know that look, that's an overdose. And I don't know if this fish is going to make it. I might have blown out its kidneys. I don't know yet. But by the other fish not getting sick, I'm hoping he'll pull through. But this discus took it hard. I mean, I came in and I was shocked, and my heart sunk, because I knew what I did. I used the old dosages on the new Levamisol. It could have took me 10 minutes to weigh everything and know that the weights were different. Now, they're both 99.9%. They're 2 separate manufacturers, and every manufacturer makes things a little different. Some chop it up and get it real fine. Some people want it in a granule. Well, this one's designed to dissipate in the water quick. What happened, because it was cut so fine, it packed tighter, and basically by the time I had figured out what I've done and actually weighed everything, it was almost double dose. So this is why I do not give dosages online. And I get people that are just flipping angry at me because I will not. What's the difference? Well, this is the difference. This is why You want to buy your stuff from reputable places. One, you don't want to buy it from the fish store and it's cut salt. There's other places you can buy besides me. I'm not saying buy my stuff. What I'm telling you is make sure that they'll stand behind the dosages, because this is the problem. The old Levamisol, the manufacturer's gone out of business. Now, I bought a boatload of it. I bought about a kilo of Levamisol, but I can't put that Levamisol and sell it individually because I need it for my med kits. My med kits are a great seller, and they really are something that keeps my business afloat. Breaking the Levamisol down in individuals is not very profitable, but I do it for my members. But that will go away until I can get this new product in line and working correctly. Now, I think I figured out the dosages, but that doesn't mean I'm going to send it out until I do like 3 or 4 or 5 more tests on it. Now, I have fish I can test on, but you know, also it's Levamisol, it's 99.9, but the dosages have to be right. Oh, it's so frustrating. I came in that night and I knew that I jacked it. I was like, oh, it's going to be the same. It's Levamisol. I know better. So my fault, and hopefully this fish will pull through. Now, by the other fish's kidneys looking like they didn't take a hit because they're swimming around and eating normal, I'm guessing it just because his immune system was already so broken down, he probably took the harder hit because of the strength of the medication. But this is the thing, as far as me trying to sell stuff, this is why I just don't buy something and then resell it, because I want to know, does it work? If it's going to jack something up, I want it to do it in my fish room, not in your fish tank. So I could have easily hid this and not said a thing, right? But after 30 years, I don't get a lot of mistakes. I still make mistakes, don't get me wrong, I'm a human being, I'm learning, and the day I stop learning is the day I will stop, because that is the excitement for me, is to learn something new every day. So I show everything, the good, the bad, the ugly. I want everything out there. This is the reason why I can't watch a lot of aquarium channels, because it's always so perfect and so rosy. And all of us know, all the members know that it's not like that in real life. So I want to be able to show you guys that this channel, there's nothing I'm hiding, because I want you guys to understand that please don't treat tanks if you have a sick fish. There's some people that do not believe in quarantine. I get it, and that's fine. I'm telling you, quarantining fish has saved my hobby as far as heartache. Struggle by bringing fish in and just throwing them in tanks, and then the whole tank gets sick. And usually what happens, it's not the new fish that gets sick, it's my existing fish get sick, and then it's an uphill battle. Because now if you start throwing meds at them, you start messing with biological filters, you cause all kinds of difficulties in the tank. So that's why I always suggest using a quarantine tank. If you have a sick fish, pull it out, treat it. Watch your tank, okay? Don't just automatically dump a bunch of stuff into your tank, especially if it's a nice established planted tank or something. Please don't do that. Get a quarantine tank. Everybody should have a quarantine tank. Now, I understand there's going to be people that say that's nonsense and that's not, you don't need to do that. That's fine. Listen to them, listen to me. I'm telling you right now that it's changed my hobby by having quarantine tanks always available. So to me, transparency is more important than pretending everything's perfect, right? I want you guys to understand that when something goes wrong, I don't get excited to come on here and tell you, but I do want to be honest. Honesty has gotten me a long way in life and in the hobby. That is important to me. If I'm gonna watch a fish tube, then it has to be that kind of channel. I don't want to see the perfect edited fish room with, you know, the perfect background. And I don't want to see that. I want to see real world. Okay, so I wanted to talk about that because now I'm going to talk about the Levamisol. If you want individual Levamisol on as far as a member, it's not available to the public. Whatever's on the website is left. The rest of it is being held back because it has to go in med kits. I might do some extras. If you really need it and you really want it, you can text me as a member and I will try to get that out to you. I will just update the website for you so you can get on there and buy it right away. But I was shocked at the level that this dosage came in with this new stuff. The Australian blackworm. So those are on the website. What you see is what you get. Probably will not be getting those in again unless I can go directly to Australia. And I don't see that happening because the cost of shipping would just be insane. Some great news on the discus pre-sale. It sold out in 5 hours. So 10 orders in 5 hours, so that was pretty amazing. So what I've done, and I haven't made a video on it, is there's phase 2 on the website right now. Now there's only 3 left. Some people that are hardcore on my website have bought in phase 2 already. So there's 3 batches left, and those will be out in April, but you can lock them in. Now the prices do not include shipping. We will not quote the shipping price until the day of shipping. I will not ship today. It'll only be overnight. So another thing that's been happening is Sheller Fish Food, which is the retail public website that anybody can get on, shellerfishfood.com. It's been having issues for the last week. Now the developers are working on it. If you can click on something on that website, because I can't get in or out of it, but if you can get into that website and you can order something, it will go through. But like my med kit dropped, some pictures have dropped, I've lost descriptions. So if you need a description on something or more information, just comment on the video and I will get back to you with the description. So I've done free shipping for the public website and the members website. That's right, members, you do not have to spend the $99.99 to get free shipping. If you want to just stock up on one product, the Protein Plus in bulk, then you can go on there and just buy that and they will ship to you for free. This is because of things that are happening behind the scenes. There's a lot of struggles I'm going through as far as the business. Now it's going to be fine because I know, and I try to explain to these guys that are going out of business, I said, hey, here's the thing. I've owned a lot of businesses, and usually when this happens, when you're about ready to give up, that's when things are going to explode. And it happens over and over again where I'm thinking, I'm going to quit because it's not working out or this is too big of a problem. And then you work through that problem. And then what happens is you start building momentum. And as that momentum grows, that business gets better and grows. So I tried to explain it to them, but they just weren't having it. The blackworm guy's still on the fence, so we're going to have some more conversation because I don't want him to go away because he's the only guy I can get it from. So, but the Levamisol, he does other things too, and I think he was just tired and just, I don't know what happened. But so free shipping on any order. So it doesn't matter how high or how low. I'm going to do that until Christmas. So that's a gift to the members because it used to be $100 minimum before free shipping. I'm going to do that for you guys because you guys have been so amazing. Now this year hasn't been as good as the first year, but I did pretty well as far as 2 weeks ago and then nothing the next week, and then hopefully this week it'll pick back up and we can get going. Now I know Christmas is coming, so if you don't have money, don't worry about it, but free shipping until Christmas. So these updates weren't about pushing sales. I just want to keep you guys in the loop because you guys as members, and anybody can become a member. $25 gets you into the membership. You can get into the back website. You can buy bulk for less. Now you get free shipping through the end of the year. And then the balance, so it's $125. So you pay $25, it's a $100 balance, and you can just pay that as you go. Every time you make an order, please pay $25. If you can do that. You know, if you can't, I understand. Now, if you don't make a payment within 3 months, I probably will pull out member access, so you will not have access until that payment comes. And as soon as that $25 payment's paid, I'll give you access right back. But what I don't want to do is have your membership go dormant for a year, basically. I want to be in touch with you. So if I see something not going on, I want to know why. Financial, family, life, whatever, I understand. So you don't have to worry about it. But if you get shut off from access because you haven't made a payment, that's why. Contact me and I will reinstate your membership and your access to the website if you need it, all right? So I cannot say how grateful I am for you guys. My membership is amazing. I'm about 85 now, and I'm thinking at 100 I might stop, but now I'm not sure because it's not consistent. So maybe I might go to 150, but at some point the membership will double once I start getting traction as far as constant sales. So is that number 100, 125, 100, 200? I don't know. So I will know when I'm overwhelmed. And yes, I'm back at work full time, so I'm not in the fish room as much. I'm not making videos, and that's why I'm making a video here today, because I just got home from work. I am exhausted, and I just wanted to get a video out this weekend and let you guys up on all the updates that are going on with the business, but also with the fish sales and this problem we've had and why I don't do certain things and why people get so angry because I don't do them. This is why. All right, guys, thank you for the journey. You make it all possible. I appreciate every one of you. Members are amazing. all you subscribers. And that's the thing, I don't ask this a lot, but we just hit 2,700 subscribers, I think. 2,700, I think I just clicked over. Only about 20% of the people that watch my videos and watch them all the time subscribe. So if you guys are watching my videos and enjoying it, learning something, please consider hitting the subscribe button or at least a like or something. It helps a ton because I don't make money on YouTube. I think in the last 4 years, I made $400 or $500. That's it. So I don't make money doing the videos. I make money with my business. And that was always the plan because I did not want to put my fate into YouTube's hands because they can shut things off in a minute, right? They can just say, yep, you're done. You said something wrong. You said the certain word. I get all the time, you're doing it for the money. All you ever want to do is sell. I really don't care because I have to be able to sustain this. And after 4 years of making videos and not making any money, I was like, you know what? I got to come up with plan B. And this is plan B. So I really appreciate you guys. And that is it for today. Have a great holiday. I will try to make a couple more videos before Christmas, but this will kind of keep you updated until then. All right, guys, take care. Bye.